It is our duty as parents to take a step back and look at our children and what is happening to them. We don't know what is in these e-cigarettes. How will all these chemicals affect their life? Do we really want to be them part of the human experiment that we are seeing today? My name is Larissa. I'm the co-founder and Secretary General of Tobacco Free Jordan. We're a group of mothers who started this organization to protect our children from the harms of secondhand smoke exposure and to make sure that they don't become smokers in the future. We have very high numbers of smokers, and sadly now with the WHO report that came out, Jordan is one of the few countries, 1 out of 6 countries in the world where the tobacco consumption rates are actually increasing. The prevalence of tobacco use is increasing. A study done by MFNet in Jordan last year, and now we have the boys aged 12 to 18, we have over 50% of them, and the girls over 35% of them are using a tobacco product, whether it's water pipe, cigarettes, or e-cigarettes. The tobacco companies that are active in Jordan, we have 3 major ones. We have Philip Morris International, we have GTI, and we have British American Tobacco. I mean, if you look at how the industry was doing things with the conventional tobacco products and how it's doing it again today with the emerging products, they're doing the same thing, just wrapping it in a different way. I mean, you see them sponsoring events, you see them planting trees, you see them handing out scholarships. You have even a university funded by them. So they have a big influence in Jordan. I mean, one incident once happened that we were doing something on Facebook, an event on Facebook for children, storybook reading, and talking about how to protect yourself as a child from exposure to secondhand smoke, and discussing different issues with school children, I mean, little children. And I noticed from the screen that we had somebody from the tobacco industry actually being in that Facebook event. They know what we're doing and they're watching the advocate groups. Jordan is a very youthful country. So when you have the numbers of smokers, the prevalence of smoking rising, when you have the younger age groups using multiple products and their consumption of cigarettes is higher than the older age group, the female numbers are rising, the tobacco users. I mean, Jordan loses every day 25 people due to tobacco consumption. We have the highest rates of passive smoking. So when you see all this with a youthful country, then you wonder, where are we heading? Who will be able to pick up the health costs later on? How can we sustain our country if we have the youth sick and dying at a young age? This is not sustainable. If I had to tell the policymakers something about the industry, is just don't believe them. They will do and say anything to make you believe their narrative. I think if you take a step back and ask yourself, would you want your kids to smoke? I'm sure you would say no. So do everything in your power to protect the children. I enjoy working with the youth. I think this is amazing. We find young people who are really passionate about it, who see where we are heading and they want to change things. And I love it when I hear sometimes from a mother when she calls me and she tells me, what you did today was amazing with the kids. You went to the school, we held a talk, and my children came back and we're talking about this. So I think when I have this feedback or I get an email from somebody, a complete stranger, just telling me that what we did is impactful and that we changed our perception of things, this is amazing for me, and it makes it all worthwhile. One person quitting or